Okay, so sorry, I just went around it, and I took my vintage photo pen and filled in some of the area where it didn't match up perfectly, so now you can't really see it. And so I made my marks here and here to cut for this. But I wanted to show you, I am first going to cut down this way. So I have this whole piece to do. But then I thought, I like having this. And I'm cutting right here. So I honestly think I am going to cut, I am going to cut across here. So I have this bit right here. I think I know what I'm going to do with that, but we'll see when we get to that point. But so I am going to cut this way first. Normally I would cut this way to get the largest piece available, but I think we'll still be okay since it is going to match up with the height of the papers. We will still have the whole piece to use. Okay, so gonna go ahead and cut the bottom off first. Where's my mark? Where's my mark? Where is my mark? Where is that sucker? Right there. Okay. Okay. Right there. Okay. So, see, that'll be a nice piece to have. And then I'm going to cut across here. All right. And so, have a place to put your little leftover pieces. Getting the angle done on my papers. I don't think I had it open far enough here. Let me try this one again. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Okay. So now we should have a little bit all the way around. I need to ink right in this area a little better. Boy, that vintage photo was thirsty. I just filled that puppy up like 2 huge squirts. Okay, now, before we put this down, I want to actually seal up this whole folder part. In a manly way, of course. In a manly way. So I am going to use something that I added, but now, of course, I cannot find where I put that bad boy. I'm probably looking right at it and not seeing it. Really? Oh my goodness. Put my mic on here. Yeah, I just took my dogs up the hill and got a stinking so I got them a nice workout. Me too. But yeah, we have a very bad problem with ticks. So I gotta keep an eye out for icky things. Icky things! Well, for heaven's sakes, I have no clue where that went to. So let me see. I think I have another one. Oh, holy Hannah. Whoopsie. All right. Here is another one. And I'm sure now that I found this one, I will find that one. But that's all right. We can move forward because so far you've seen absolutely nothing of any interest except for my babbling. Ah! Come here. Okay, so I thought I would use, this is from Dollar Tree. It's faux leather ribbon. And I bought a whole box of it when I saw it one day. So I have all different kinds of colors. I might put a few on my shop because I do have quite a few. All right. And thank you all so much. My shop has been kicking butt and taking names. It has been keeping me busy. So that's a wonderful thing. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Yes. It's underneath my vintage photo. Okay, so I think this is probably far enough, and that's approximately, oh, let's do it, yeah, about 1.5 inches, and then have it come around back, and it will, I might clamp it onto the back page. That would be interesting as well. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to install it to the back just yet. So that's almost 2 inches. So I'm going to cut it. Well, I'm going to give myself about 6 inches. How's that? And I know that that will be plenty to do whatever it is that I want to do there, and we can move on. So there's that. Okay, but what they're going to do is go onto magnets. So we will pull off 2 magnets here. Come on. 2 magnets, please. Thank you. And then separate those. There we go. Okay. And I also have these studs. I knew I was going to use these studs somehow. But the question now is, do I want to try and do anything flipping it over on the back, or do I want to just leave the back the way it is and not flip it over? But if I flip it over, it'll give it a little bit more strength to go through. And then the next question is, when I have these all the way through, are they going to be good enough to catch my magnet? So, first thing I'm going to do with the stud, this is a softer material, so I'm going to place it where I want it. And I'm going to push. I don't want to push so hard that I start bending them onto my hard surface. Okay, so I have that. And since I'm going to do this, let's see if this Barely Art glue will work with this surface. And I'm going to glue this down. And of course I left my pin off of this when I took the dogs. So there we go. I do like the longer pin. Okay. So let's fold this over. And not knowing what I'm going to do on the back, I'm not going to do any of that just yet. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'll go ahead and do the other one. Just going to put a clip on here. Okay. And do the same thing here. Let me get the same amount folded over. Give it a nice little pinch. And I'm going to go ahead and seal it. And take the other one, place it where I want it. Okay, got them all the way through. All right. Yeah, this doesn't feel like it's wanting to take hold. I'll get a clip on this one and see how this one's doing. No, that's not going to hold. Let's try the Fabri-Tac. Come on, baby. I have got to get some more Fabri-Tac. Okay. Put this back on here. Get another one. Get the other side. And you guys go to town there. Okay, and fold that. Do I have another one in here? Easy peasy. Yes, I do. Easy peasy. Okay. It's not completely dry, but it is holding. All right. Excuse me. Now I'm going to get these, by the way, this little set here was from Stamping Up, and it came with the hard one and the soft one. But I don't know if they still sell them or not. Now, the holes that I made, I am just going to poke all the way through. Where's that other one? Okay, and then we take and line this up into the holes. Push it through. Kind of do one tine or whatever they call these things at a time and get it pushed up all the way up. Okay. And then I'm going to take the bone folder and just push them down. There we go. And I do not think, so I think what I'm going to do is lift this up and I'm going to put a magnet inside that. Now get these back in their holes. Okay, so I put a magnet in the center of all of these tines, and I think that'll work much better because there's actually no metal other than what's left of these little legs that are coming through for that magnet to grab hold of. And I would like it to be a little bit more substantial of a grab than that. So, and there we go. Isn't that cool? And so that will come over the side of the page just like that. And let's see, make sure it's up. Make sure it's got its mark correctly. And take some tape. Okay. And wherever you're going to put this, see, I think I enjoyed having about 2 inches. No, that's going to take up too much room. So about 1.25 inches. I don't want it to take up picture space. What about a little less? What is that? Okay, so I'm going to have it come down about 1 inch. So there's one magnet. All right. Put these away. Poke my holes. See, all these little things that you can do, and it really helps having a nice selection of items, which of course I do. I have a huge selection of items. My husband tells everybody that I have my own Michael's store, and they look at me like I own a franchise store or something. And I'm like, no, he means my craft room. Yeah. So I'm getting 2 more magnets. I'm gonna line these up with the holes I just poked through. And then feed them down one at a time. Be careful, because they do poke your little fingers. Owie. See? Owie. And then we can kind of use our bone folder or a ruler edge or whatever, just to give that material down there as far as we can get it. And then bend our little tines over. Yeah, these are easy peasy. Everybody looks at them and goes, oh my gosh, you know, there's 5 holes. Oh, poo. And then look at me. I didn't put my magnet in there. Okay, let's get these tines back up. See, I can even do it with my fingernail. So they're really, I mean, they're not incredibly strong. And pull this up. Put your magnet in there. Get it down in there between all the tines. All right. There we go. Then that magnet's not going anywhere. Magnet not going anywhere. Okay, so there's that part. I need my tape again. Put my lid on my Fabri-Tac. Yeah. Figure out which way it's going to want to go. All right. There we go. And let's get this the same length and the same distance. So voila. Now we're going to save these until we work on the back part to see how we're going to put those down. So now I believe, is there anything else that I would like to do with this? It is the front, and it's going to have those 2 little things on it. Let's see. I'm looking at all the pictures to see if there's something that pops out that I would like to do on top of this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it down first, though. Isn't that pretty? I like that too. But maybe we'll get to use it. Maybe we'll get to use it on the other end. Oh, and I didn't. Whoopsie. Okay. Get your glue off. Stop! Stop! I got a vintage photo this up. And I like it pretty heavy in the corners. Make it look nice and aged. And this is blending into the paper really nicely. Okay. And you know, on this paper, I'm thinking, as I'm doing this first piece, that I am definitely going to want to have, but where is it? Walnut Stain. I want to try some of those Walnut Stain as well. And I can use the same inker, dauber. Yeah, oh yes, that gives me a nice, so I might be doing 2 colors, because this gives me a nice dark, dark, dark edge, which I do like. And of course, the more you work it, the darker it gets. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now we're just going to take the backing off of our sticky tape. Let go. Let go my ego. And I did it again. I left the lid, the pin out too long. And I just remembered, now that I'm just really getting into this, I've got to go and feed my dogs. They are probably hungry. All right. Come on. Come on. Okay. That is another thing that I like about this glue, is that the top that this tip goes to, it's not just pushed on to the end, it actually screws into the lid. So that is very nice. And I must have a piece of something clogging me up. All right, so I'm just gonna untwist this and get that sucker out of there. Okay. How to make a mess. Mess 101. Okay, now let me just make sure that I'm not dealing with some big old goober. All right, don't walk away without sealing. Ah, there we go. Okay. Don't walk away without sealing your glue, especially if you're going to be gone for a while. Alrighty. We want to make sure this is going to stay down nice for us, as it's a rather large piece of paper. Now you guys know you can do this album without doing a man theme. You can do, well, I've got one lady, Gina, said that she's going to do a Christmas album with this. Hey, this would make a perfect Christmas album. And let me explain why. You can utilize these folders to keep different things in them, like your shopping list, the list that you're gonna, of things that you're gonna make for your Christmas dinner. I mean, it's you've got gonna have plenty of room for pictures, memorabilia, you know, places that you go and visit, You can do notes. You're going to have plenty of room in this thing. But you could actually close the folders in. You can take a accordion piece and put in between each one of the folders, and then bring a lid over the top of the folder, or, you know, however. Or just work it like a regular December daily, okay? But this will also work with anything else. But I would say you would definitely want to do this if you had 12 by 12 papers to play with. If you only have an 8 by 8 or a 6 by 6, I think it might be more difficult. Certainly doable, but you can always cut this down. This is a large book, but you can always cut this down. See, now here is... like, why is that one up there so far? And then that is going to go around the back like that. Isn't that cool looking? I love it. I love it. Yeah, I was thinking, see, now if it wasn't so manly, I probably would have decorated a little bit of this, maybe put some hands on one of these things or something. I might still bring in some sprockets, things like that. But for now, this is good. For now, this is good. Now, the insides I'm not going to do until I have more of my little pieces to deal with. And again, this one, you know, both of the insides on these are going to be photo collages. And then this piece, I will come up with something for that piece. Maybe I would just like the stripe on there. Maybe I would, and maybe I wouldn't. I do have a piece in here somewhere. There it is. Put all this away. Put it away. Okay, so I do have a piece that is the same size. So, let's see what we're going to want to cut this at. Leave a little edge on the top. Where am I? Where's my pencil? I mean, I know where I am. I just don't know where my pencil is. There it is. So I'm just going to put a little mark right there. And we're going to cut that much off. And I think I like the stripe going side to side. And then, let's see. How am I going to do this? We need it to be about like that. So I do need to cut this a little smaller. Oh, it really doesn't matter. So this is the widest part right here. Let's pull this down. Wide part to wide part. Put this away. Back in our pile. And this. I'm starting to get a few little scraps. Little piddly scraps. Okay, so now I have basically the height and the width that I want. And I am going to layer this right up at the top. Let's go ahead and put a couple binder clips on there just to keep it looking nice. Let's see. Let's go from this direction. We want it lined up on the top, but I'm putting these on the bottom. And then I'm just going to take my pencil. And since I'm working on my book, which is really dumb, Okay, and I'm going to cut inside this mark. That was good. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work on this side. Okay, this needs to come in a little bit more. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. This does need to get stressed. Stress it out. Stress it out. Gonna stress this puppy. Okay, and then we're going to distress this piece as well. And then a little bit of the walnut stain. All right. Okay. Let's glue this puppy in place. You don't have to go all the way down to the bottom because it will get this paper glued upon it. There. Doesn't that look nice? I love it. And then when you add this to it, looks pretty spoofy. Pretty spoofy there. Loving it. All right, guys. That's it for right now. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next, which will probably be the back of this folder. So this is page 1, this is page 2. These interiors are just going to be photo collages. So I'm not going to do anything major on those. This one I just wanted to have be very simple. I'm going to go wild on this side here. So yeah, I think so far so good. I'm going to definitely like this. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do here and if we're going to utilize these somehow differently or if we're going to tuck them underneath here and just put our papers down. Okay, so that will be next. Okay, catch up to me, guys. I'll be back in a few. Love you all so much. Talk to you later. Bye.